Have you ever felt that you are not good enough, not strong enough, or unable to overcome the difficulties in life? This feeling is like endless darkness, engulfing our confidence and hope. However, darkness is just an illusion, because light is always waiting to be discovered in our hearts. True self-confidence and strength come from within us, not from the outside world. Self-love is the key to our rebirth from pain and the first step out of trouble. No matter how the storm in life invades, our values and inner strength always exist. However, sometimes we need to cross the clouds that cover the vision and find the light hidden in it. When we are deeply self-doubtful, all external difficulties and pain are actually just a reflection of our inner state. Self-love is the starting point for us to reconnect our inner strength. By observing our hearts, we can begin to see our true value. Self-confidence is not only fearless of the outside world, but also the acceptation and affirmation of the inside. Whenever life makes you feel powerless, please remember, all pain comes from a misunderstanding of yourself. When you realize your essence of light, you can get out of the darkness and welcome the future with firm faith. To have confidence is to have the power to make darkness unable to control you. True self-love is a part of our inner practice. When we can have compassion for ourselves and constantly draw strength from the inside, the difficulties of the outside world will no longer dominate our lives. Self-love is not to avoid problems, but to face yourself bravely and solve it with wisdom. The inner light can only be ignited through wisdom and compassion. Self-confidence and self-love are not innate. When we nourish ourselves with love, our inner strength will also grow, so that we can go through every period of darkness and embrace the light. The low tide and setbacks in life are the only way for our growth. All suffering is actually an opportunity for our spiritual growth. When we learn to face ourselves with love and compassion, the low tide will become the nourishment for our further growth. Through self-love, we can not only heal our inner pain, but also find the strength to face future challenges. Only when we can let go of self-criticism and treat ourselves with love and compassion can we truly have inner strength. When you can love yourself, you will find that difficulties are no longer an obstacle that cannot be overcome, but a starting point for your further growth. Inner peace is the foundation for us to have true confidence. When we can maintain inner stability in the midst of chaos and difficulties, we can emit light from the bottom of our hearts. This light will become the greatest resource for us to face the challenges of life. True strength comes from inner peace and self-love. When we can truly love ourselves and find inner peace, we can face any difficulties and find the way forward in the dark. Such power will lead us to light and growth. Everyone has unhealed wounds in the depths of their hearts. These pains may come from past failures, setbacks in relationships, and even our expectations of not being good enough for ourselves. However, only when we begin to learn to heal ourselves with love can these wounds gradually heal. Self-love is an unconditional acceptance. It allows us to see our own shortcomings and treat ourselves with compassion. When you begin to face your inner pain with love, you will find that the shadow that once trapped you is gradually dissipating. And this self-love will also become your strength for the future. Confidence does not come from external achievements, but from our understanding and acceptance of ourselves. When we can accept all our strengths and weaknesses and treat ourselves with compassion, true confidence will naturally flow. Through every day, we can constantly cultivate trust and accept ourselves. This self-love will become a guide for us in the face of difficulties, so that we can overcome every challenge with a stable mind and find the way forward in the dark.